So what do you do? What's your answer to that question? Most of us answer that question, so what do you do, as it relates to our industry. So I run a plumbing company, or I'm an attorney. But I don't know if I've ever heard someone say, I'm a business owner, and just leave it at that, right? But I heard an interesting statistic recently that over half of Americans are employed by a small business, which I found pretty staggering, right? But for some reason, business ownership is not considered a profession, which I find a little bit bizarre. Right? There's no specific training for it. Yeah, you could go to business school and you learn some things, but they don't actually teach you how to run a business in the real world. So how do most small business owners learn? Usually by trial and error. But is that the way you want your surgeon to learn? Is that the way you want your skydiving instructor or even your CPA to learn? Of course not, right? So as a business owner, there's no badge of honor to be earned by going at it alone, or by learning things the hard way, or by just kind of trying to figure it out in your own current level of knowledge and expertise, right? So the first step to fixing this is to understand what your job description is as a business owner. And I'll tell you what it is for every single one of us. We are professional problem solvers. Professional problem solvers. So think about it this way. The only reason why your business even exists is to solve a problem in the marketplace. And then it doesn't stop there, right? The first problem we might have in our business is, how can I get some customers? Then we might have the business of, well, crap, that marketing worked, and now I got to serve my customers and maintain my service levels. And then it might be, how can I create some systems so I can do more of this? And then it might ultimately be, I owe how much in taxes? Right? So the goal as a business owner is not to get rid of problems, because I'm telling you, you won't, right? The goal is to have higher quality problems than you had in the past. So accept the fact that our role is to solve these problems and roll with it. Roll with the punches, learn to accept it, and learn to love the challenge. Now, I said earlier you are a professional problem solver, and I want to emphasize that word professional problem solver because I don't want this to be an excuse to always run around with your hair on fire, reacting to chaos, reacting to the fires in the sense of urgency in the business. That's not being a professional business owner. That's building yourself a really terrible job. So if you're asking yourself questions like, how can I do this more efficiently? How can I serve my team better? How can I better solve a problem for my customers that makes them want to come back over and over? How can I 10x my business instead of just doing a 10%? Those are the kinds of questions that will help you solve the right problems and will be the key to unlocking your continued business growth. Thanks for watching.